Come on in and welcome to my home. With the 4th of July coming up in the Americas, I thought I'd give you something a little different, and that is some advice on your next party. With these parties that should be coming up, and this can go for any party, I have some tips which you might want to take. One of the first things to remember is not everybody drinks. Yeah, you're going to need to have some other drinks for those people who are not interested in having some sort of alcohol. I've been to parties where all they had was either beer or no, they just had beer. And so I like to have a variety of things from iced tea to lemonade to water. That's something really important. My next bit of advice is something really easy. Have a place for your guests to put their drinks down. That is so important. Nothing's worse than you go to a party and you're sitting there and you go to place your drink down and there's no place for you to put your drink because every surface is cluttered up with stuff. You need a place for your friends, your guests, to put stuff down. That's really important. My next bit of advice is also really important. Ice is your enemy. When you think about making a drink, do you think about adding about 1/4 of a cup of water to it? Probably not. But when you put ice in something and it's a hot day and it starts to melt, that's sort of what you're doing. You're just adding water to it. How can you get around this? Well, there are lots of different things, everything from these ice cubes, these fake ice cubes that you can refrigerate. Most of them are plastic and they can go into your drink. Or you could make a mixer, something like lemonade, tea, and then freeze that into ice cube trays and use that, and it will flavor your drinks as you go. Our next tip is quite simple and sort of controversial. Don't use disposable. Yeah. Here's something I want you to think about. What about using actual, cups, glasses, that sort of thing? Some of you are shuddering at this very idea because you want to make your life so simple by just taking these disposable items and throwing them away. Now, if you are one of these people who are thinking, I want to live greener and that sort of thing, you're probably saying, yes, please don't use disposable. I myself try not to use disposable anything. I have cloth napkins, so when it comes to party time, I want to use glasses that I can reuse, which brings us to our next point. If you're not going to use disposable, but you still want to have glass, but you don't want to use glass because glass breaks, oh no, what do I do? Plastic. They make wonderful plastic cups that can be then used, and these are BPA free, that can be used for your next party. That way you can reuse them, they won't break if somebody drops them, and it's so nice because you're not cluttering up the whole entire, world with your extra disposables. Yeah, it's sort of nice. Now I like these simply because they're easy to take care of. I can literally throw them into the dishwasher and wash them, which is something really nice to have. Try to get all of your prep work done and get as much cleaned up before the party even starts as you possibly can. That's my next tip, which leads you to my last one. My last tip for your big party is have fun. Seriously, it's a party. You need to have as much fun as your guests are having. If your party is in such a way that you have to run around and check on things all the time, what fun could you possibly have from that? So, get everything put together, organized, and have a lot of fun. That's what's important. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Next week we will have a cocktail for you, but this week I thought I'd do something different and do something which will give you some tips for your next party. If you are new here, remember to subscribe. Every Thursday is a cocktail, or a tip like this, and I hope I get to see you again next week.